So, eto na naman tayo sa mga title na kala mo clickbait pero magugulat ka na totoo pala. What does it take to be given the name as a flagship killer? Pag-uusapan natin yan dito, so sit back, relax, and let's get started. Nakakatuwang isipin na we're finally seeing another Poco smartphone. This time, however, it's different because it is a phone that does not put much emphasis on camera performance, but more on the gaming performance. In this video, we're taking a look at the Poco F4 GT. Marami nagsasabi na flagship killer daw siya, pero we are going to explore this question further and answer it accordingly. So, sagutin na natin agad ang tanong, the Poco F4 GT is indeed a flagship killer. However, we need to qualify this further by telling you my 1-week experience with it. Yes, I have been using this for a week now, and I have been enjoying all its features, both gaming and non-gaming features. Siyempre, the first time I received this, I wanted to know how this performs compared to flagship smartphones. To give you an idea, this is being sold for as low as $24,390, which is currently the most affordable Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 powered smartphone to date. I did a two-way test on the Poco F4 GT. Number one, I used popular benchmarking tools that we usually use. And number two, we played 3 types of games that are all hardware and network intensive. Call of Duty Mobile, a gacha game Dislight, and an early access RPG game Torchlight Infinite. Now, before we get to the results of my tests, please keep in mind the specs and gaming features of the Poco F4 GT. The device is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, similar to what powers this Galaxy S22 Ultra and the Xiaomi 12 Pro that we previously reviewed on this channel. In terms of gaming-specific hardware features, this Poco F4 GT has magnetic pop-up triggers, which to me is one of its best features. And, syempre, a 6.67-inch flat AMOLED dot display with a refresh rate that can go as high as 120Hz. In terms of charging speeds, the Poco F4 GT is fully compatible with 120 watts hypercharge, which promises to fully charge the device from 0 to 100% in only 17 minutes. Now let's move on to the benchmark results, which are obviously very interesting, especially when compared to the Xiaomi 12 Pro and the Galaxy S22 Ultra. The Poco F4 GT performs almost just as fast as the Xiaomi 12 Pro, but outperforms the Galaxy S22 Ultra on Antutu benchmark. It even outperforms both devices in terms of 3D rendering tasks. While these may appear to be numbers, they are solid indications of how capable the Poco F4 GT is. Pero hindi lang ito ang gusto natin, syempre. What I did is I played a few games that I'm really engrossed about, and I've got lots of things to tell you. Let's first talk about Call of Duty Mobile. I managed to play this game at maximum graphics and frame rate settings using performance mode. Now, the magnetic pop-up triggers, which you're seeing here, are extra useful when playing games like Call of Duty Mobile. The phone's app has this feature which allows you to bind the left and right physical triggers to games on-display controls. The function is somewhat similar to the one on the Asus ROG Phone 5s Pro, except the fact that the Poco F4 GT has physical triggers as opposed to ROG Phone's ultrasonic sensors. Iba yung experience ng may physical triggers kasi mas ramdam mo yung laro every time you fire a bullet. It's really a big deal, and this might be something that even other gaming phone brands can actually put on their devices. Kung naaalala nyo si Black Shark, which is basically the cousin of the Poco F4 GT, it was the first device to actually sport physical gaming triggers on a gaming smartphone. Performance-wise, wala akong naging problema while playing the game. Gameplay was flawless, and the heat I felt was somewhat bearable. I mean, it can be better, but this wouldn't be the case kung wala tong liquid cool technology 3.0. You need to remember that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 is a pretty hot chipset based on my experience with other devices, but the Poco F4 GT is able to manage the temperatures very well. Now, how about Dislight? I love this game. It is a turn-based RPG with gacha elements. It's like Summoner's War on steroids. It performs very well on this device, but it will really drain its battery pretty fast. In my experience, 3 hours of gameplay will drop its battery life from 100% to 70%. So it's safe to say that it's about 10% per hour of gameplay at maximum graphic settings. Now, this is the purpose of me testing this game on this device, of course, to test its battery performance. Let's move on to an early access game, Torchlight Infinite. The game runs smoothly without issues at ultimate graphics settings. Gameplay is very responsive too and supports 60 FPS, not 120 FPS. Now, this makes me wonder how the upcoming Diablo Immortal will play or perform on this device. Now, in case you're wondering, there's gotta be a catch when buying the Poco F4 GT. Honestly, there is, no? But it's not something that you'll consider as a deal breaker. This is what Poco decided to tweak to manage the costing of the device. Despite this, camera performance is still good and can still pass as highly acceptable for the price it asks. Now that's about it for our video today. I know that some of you have already watched videos that talk about the Poco F4 GT and yet you decided to watch our video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, this is the best time to click the subscribe and notification buttons. This has been Gian and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!